Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Nickerson with the Nickerson Institute of Integrative Health Training. Thank you for being here today. I'm here with my co host, Ben Myers. Thank you, Ben, for being here. And we are so pleased to present to you today Jennifer Wutzke from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Wendy. Hi, Ben.
Hello, hello. It is so good to have you here today. I'm so excited to learn more about you. I'm so excited for you to tell the people watching more about you. So let's get started. I just want to listen and hear more about a little bit of your work history up until this point. What were you doing before you became an integrative mental health coach?
My career was in information technology. And so I helped bring people together, whether it was the developers, as I was once a developer, and our network systems, our infrastructure systems, our project managers. We all collaborated together, and I was a huge part of that.
That's so interesting. So, coming from a place like that to a place like this, there has to be such a learning curve going from like information technology and things like that. And then to be able to work with people emotionally and stuff like that. But for someone like yourself, I feel that energy in you where it just seems like it comes naturally. Do you feel like that comes naturally to you?
Absolutely. And I feel like in my career, it wasn't that it was just all computer based and such. It's very much have a lot of people involved. And so with that, you need to manage different people's perspectives, different people's personalities. So it wasn't like I jumped into integrative mental health coaching kind of blind, but I believe my career helped me. It was like a stepping stone to get me to where I was like fully committed to say, wait a second, this is actually a natural path for me. And I believe that I helped heal myself, and I can through my journey, and I just want to kind of pay that forward. But my career kind of highlighted where people always came to me for support and maybe some answers. And yeah, so it was definitely a great stepping stone to where I am today.
Oh, thank you.
I love how one thing in our life kind of leads us to the
Yeah.
next either career or the next level of our lives. And we don't may not even know it at the time, but you got some indications in your previous career that people came to you. You were a people connector. You know, one of the things that brings people to integrative mental health coaching, me included, is having our own mental or physical challenges. And I'm wondering if you could speak to any of that, Jennifer.
Yeah, I had a challenging childhood. There's a lot of childhood trauma, whether that's emotional, mental, physical, and I guess I think I went into survival mode early in life, and that really shaped my path. And sorry, so I'll just take a breath there.
Mhm. Take a
So
breath.
with that, as a teenager, my childhood was kind of split at a certain point in life. We left the situation, and then for as a teenager, I was assaulted, and so just the trauma kind of kept building, and then um, I kind of just started to not self medicate, but self numb myself, like just kind of check out. I think I checked out early in life. I disconnected from self really early in life. And, and, and then when I got into my career, it was such a big accomplishment for me to be, graduating with distinction, and just like I really fought. I've always had my back. Like I've always had my back. And so I'm a big advocate for myself. And I went into my career, and I had the best time. But I looking back, I can see that I was still in this survival state. And so it wasn't until I left my career due to burnout and health concerns, and it wasn't until I had a large passing in my family, and a leaving my career where my identity was kind of lost. I didn't belong to my job or my responsibilities and my role in my family. And so without those things, I had to start to look at myself and say, now, who am I? Who is Jen? What does Jen like? So it's been amazing. It's been such an amazing journey, because not only do I have this challenging start to life, but then I've, looked at addiction, or I've looked at, and all of these things for myself, my chronic pain, my stress, my sadness, my anger, my grief, like just my nutrition, my movement, my laughter. Like I really looked at every aspect of my life. And I really loved those 4 pillars that were taught. And it's just that emotional support and that mental support and the physical health and your spiritual health. It all matters. Like that's what makes me whole now. And that's what makes me authentically me. Yeah.
Wow. You could not have explained that any better, Jennifer. When I listen to your history and all that you've gone through, I'm seeing a lot of how one thing leads to another, and also how one thing benefits the next. And how what you're talking about is post-traumatic growth. And when you talk about being in survival mode, even when you were in your job, it makes me realize how many of us are living in survival mode and without even knowing it, because it's all we know.
Mm-hmm.
But that there is another life, because you certainly don't appear to be living in survival mode right now. You exude a sense of peacefulness and understanding, and just the ability to intuitively tap in to another person. So you have taken all of these lemons and made some amazing lemonade. And I commend you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. That's so great.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's
Thank
true.
you.
Jennifer, I get caught looking over at my screen over here because you have such like an infectious smile and pure, and you exude joy. And just a few minutes ago, right, we saw you get caught with your emotions, understanding the powerful things that you're working through. And I'm getting chills as I say this. Like, I want to take a moment to thank you for authentically expressing that, because I think the people that are watching this and maybe looking for someone to work with, they want to know that comfort of working with someone that understands the things that they feel, but maybe in their own way. So showing up as your authentic self and being here and discussing these things with us and still working through the stuff and being not just the coach, but also being the person going through it. Like I said, the whole time you were talking, I got chills, and I get caught looking over at the screen at you, because there's that joy and that laughter through everything you've been through to now turn around and put your hand out to help others. So I just want to say thank you for showing up as your authentic self before I ever even ask my next question to you. So Jennifer, thank you so much.
Oh, Ben, thank you. It's so easy to be authentically me now. Like, yeah, there's no other way I'd want to be. And if I can help somebody else get there, oh, what a privilege.
What a privilege. Oh my gosh. So with that experience and with that, that sense of purpose for you, why were you interested in becoming an integrative mental health coach through Nickerson?
Well, I kind of got to a point with my healing where I kind of just, honestly, I asked out loud, what's next? I am ready. So what's next? Show me. And when I saw the Nickerson Institute pop up, and show its beautiful space to me. And I thought, what, integrative mental health coaching? Yes, yes, that's it. That's the next step for me. And so on a whim, I just applied, thinking, let's see. Um, and and I was so honored when I got the approval and recommendation to come join, and and now be part of the alumni. It's absolutely, I'm so excited. Yeah.
Cut that for a promo for Nickerson, because I think that you just encapsulated what all of us feel joining Nickerson is exactly that. And you just described it beautifully. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jennifer. My heart is going pitter patter too as I'm listening to you. I might not be showing it. I might be in my professional demeanor, but I'm feeling it. Trust me. Thank you. And I want to know too, Jennifer, if you have developed a niche of clients that you would most like to work with.
Oh, absolutely. The biggest part of my healing journey for me personally was understanding my nervous system. And for me to understand the nervous system more and to be able to regulate it, because I didn't know how dysregulated I was, because it was so normal and it was my everyday life, like you said earlier. And so for me to understand my nervous system and then to tap in. So my niche is to helping people understand that they're absolutely normal, whatever they're going through. And life is hard. Life is full of challenges. And it is not an easy path. And there's going to be so many ups and downs. So when we can understand our nervous system and help regulate when we become dysregulated and understand who we are, inside our cells, inside our heart, our soul, where our soul lives behind our heart, like we can reach that deep, change is absolutely possible.
It sure does, because can you imagine trying to connect with your own spirit or your own soul when your nervous system is wreaking havoc and so dysregulated? And interestingly, our culture is designed to keep us dysregulated. So having spiritual practices and behavioral practices, cognitive practices are so important because we do deserve to live in peace. We deserve that. I have a fun question for you, Miss Jennifer. Let's say a person came to you, let's say a 25-year-old male came to you and his nervous system was all over the place. He suffers with anxiety, maybe some past trauma, but he is definitely dysregulated. What might you suggest for him? How would you go about working with him?
I think one of the most important things to start off with is that it's okay to try different things. And if something doesn't work, we can try something else. So, because not one tool works, not one thing resonates with every single human. We are all very unique with our own needs. And so I think by understanding what brings him that anxiety on and how can we calm it, because when we're out in the land and we can come back to center, or if we're low and we can come back up, um, they're very different. Needs are required, and there's so many tools that we could try, whether that's breath work, whether that's if somebody is anxious, it's like coming back and tethering into self. And so it's the connection to self. Meditation would be very helpful for that, and really 5 minutes, 2 minutes breath work is okay. Some tapping, some qigong. Slowing down when we're anxious is very, very important. And if somebody was presenting with low energy or feeling stuck, we would try to raise that up. Maybe we would dance or blow bubbles. Who knows? But yeah, there's so many things that we can do. And I think people just need to know that anything, you can try not just one thing, you can try a multitude of things and find what works for you at that time, because it will change.
Yes, it will change depending upon where they're at in their learning of regulating their nervous system. You've come up with some great ideas, Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You passed the test.
And you just listed so many things that not only you can do with different clients or meet people with where they're at, but you've just been listing so many things along this interview, right? I would love to know, Jennifer, what do you find is your greatest strength as an integrative mental health coach?
I really love for people to feel safe, number one. And when they can feel safe, they can open up. I would love for people to be seen and heard and valued.
I think integrative mental health coaching, in a nutshell, when done, what I feel is my version of correctly is exactly what you just said, Jennifer. And the whole time you're talking, I'm just getting chills, and I just feel so in connection with the message you're putting out there and the purpose you're behind and your experience. And I think you're just a wonderful coach. Thank you for doing what you're doing and allowing that space to exist for people, because I think you're going to have and are already having an amazing impact on others.
Thank
And
you.
I'd like to second the fact that you are a wonderful coach, Jennifer, because I listen to your recordings very, very carefully, and I listen how you create that safe space. And there is absolutely no tones of judgment. It's all acceptance. And if there's breaks in the conversation, you don't jump in to fill them. You just let it be and let the client have that time to process whatever was just discussed. You have shown over and over again your ability to attune to clients, to intuit, to what they may not be saying, or may not even realize within themselves. You are, excuse me, such a gift in this mental health coaching field, and I am just so appreciative that you found us and that you can be part of the Nickerson Institute tribe. That's for sure. I do have a question. I know that you're starting to develop your practice, and I'm wondering what strategies you are using to develop your practice.
So right now I'm in the initial stages of it, of course. And so I've come up with my name. My business name is Nurture Beautiful You. And that name is important to me for a multitude of reasons, because nurturing was always a trigger for me. It would bring on strong emotions, and I would almost fall apart when I began to be nurtured, whether it's from myself or from others. And nurturing is it's like love. Mm-hmm. It's just love for your soul. And I believe people are beautiful on the inside out. And sorry, I'm getting emotional. And I also think that it is beautiful to take care of yourself. So Nurture Beautiful You is the company. And I will be doing some socials on the Facebook and on Instagram. And I'd love to do a newsletter and, maybe get into some podcasting and just share. The most important thing with all of those things is to share information, to normalize hard conversations, to say vulnerability is okay.
I know Ben has something to say about this.
I am absolutely, Jennifer, I'm sorry. I'm like trying to not to break like professional protocol here, but I am just absolutely blown away by you, by your ability to tune into your just authentic and genuine self and to feel the emotions. Like, I'm sitting here listening to you speak, and I feel so heard. I feel so comfortable, and I'm just so, I don't know, I'm so honored to share this space with you. So thank you. And I could not agree more what you are doing. I'm so proud. I love the name. I love the expression and just the authenticity you are showing. So once again, thank you for just being you. And with a name like that, where is the best place for people to find you and reach out if they're interested in an introduction call or working with you?
Oh, so right now, people can certainly email me at nurturebeautifulyou@gmail.com. And if they want to have a free consultation, we can certainly do that and just connect and see if it's a good fit for both of us. And we could do it over Zoom. And yeah, and then once I have my socials up and getting everything up and running, I can let people know, and then people can start seeing the information I'd love to share.
Jennifer, thank you so much for sharing this time with us, for introducing us to your beautiful story, your beautiful purpose, and your beautiful self. Everyone who has worked with you, will work with you, or just gets exposed to the work you're putting out there is going to benefit tremendously. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today.
Ben, it was my absolute pleasure. Thank you.
And I want to second that, Jennifer. I feel very blessed. Feel very blessed, and thank you for being you.
With that,
thank you, Wendy.
With that being said, that's the end of our podcast today. Thank you for joining us with Nickerson Institute, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.